Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. My name is Amy with A to Z Designs. If you don't see a red box right there, that means you're catching the replay. Say hey whenever you get here. Comment the word June. Put that in the comments, June, and I'm going to send you all the details that you're going to need to know about our June club subscription. We're going to do the tea towel today. Okay, so what are y'all doing? It's Friday. If you're catching the replay, it may not be Friday. No big deal. All you have to do is put June in the comments and we will send you a message with all of the details, okay? It's very easy. Trust me, it's not hard. Okay? So tell me what you did today. I did lay out in the sun. 45 minutes, y'all. That is it. It is way too darn hot. Hey, everybody. Denise and Debbie and Michelle Pryor, Sally Smith, Deb Lee, Peggy, Karen, Dawn, Cheryl. Woo! Denise, if I didn't get you. Donna. Hey. Janet. Hi, guys. We're doing some afternoon crafting. Your name here. If you're a club subscription member, if you're a club member, if you subscribe to club, if you have a membership with our club, you're going to get a thing like this. So your name could be right here. And guess what? It's only $21.99 plus tax, free shipping. But did you know if you're a Perks member, you get it for 30% off and it's only $17.19 plus tax, free shipping? Duh. Do it. Sign up. Save you some money. I want to save you money. Okay? Period. The end. All right, so I'm going to grab an ink mat, and we're going to get started. Hello, everybody. Wanda, Delora, Judy. Judy, did you send me a friend request? Please let me know. I want to make sure it was you. Hello, Linda, Annette. All right, so in your packet every month, you're going to get a transfer. Okay? It's going to be in something like this. I'm laughing because the transfer's not in there. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is going to be in this envelope. All right, so let's take this out. This is considered a size B transfer. It is 8.5 by 11. Okay, let me scoot back so that you guys can see everything. Hello. Okay, I will, Judy. I'm glad I asked you. I'm having a fantastic day. Got my nails done. I got a pedicure and I got my eyebrows waxed. Went for the same white, y'all. Love it, love it, love it. So check it out. This is our June transfer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns. Pretty awesome because you can put this on anything. Like anything could use a pattern, right? So you're going to get that. Then you're going to always get like a free accessory of some sort. And this month it happens to be the tea towel. The tea towel. And it is like heavy duty quality. It's not one of those flour sack towels. Like it is heavy duty. And it's got the little thing. What do you all call this? Hook. Right? So if you wanted to hook it on something, you could. You could do the fancy fold. You know, nothing in this house stays fancy folded for long. Because I have boys and a husband, which makes 3 boys. And guarantee you this is going to end up with red sauce of some sort. They love to use tea towels to wipe up liquid messes. Y'all play that in your head a little bit. Wet it first, then wipe it up. But don't use a decorated tea towel. Oh, look, there's Zach. Sorry, Zach. The new girl worked out great, Debbie. Okay, so I'm glad you asked. So my other girl who I've been going to for like a year or so, you know, she went to China or something to visit her family. Well, when they go for like 6 weeks at a time. Totally respect that she needs to see her family, right? So I got there and looked at my calendar and I'm like, OMG. I'm 15 minutes late, and I am the type of person, I am never late. I always remember appointments. I'm usually always 15 minutes early. So immediately I felt bad already. And she's like, well, that person isn't available, but we do have one more person available. Would you like to try her? So I'm like, sure. Because at this point, like, I needed to get them done. So I go in there, I sit down, and I'm like, all right, here's the deal. Macy does my nails. I'm very particular. I like them square. Number 47 is the gel color. I get a cuticle trim, and I want them cut down. She started laughing. She's like, wow, that's a lot. But I'll be darned, y'all, she did a really good job. Like, I was very pleased. And Macy doesn't return until the end of June. So I'm like, well, I'm going to need to get them done again before ChalkCon, which is the huge chalk event. And I'm like, let me just go ahead and book with this girl named Ann, the girl that did them today. So, long story short, everything worked out. Thanks for asking. Okay. Next thing in your club kit is going to be 3 singles. We call these singles, paste packets. These are ink packets. 2 couture teal and 1 shimmer gold. Okay. And then if you're brand new to club, which, come on guys, just join. It's super fun. You get a mini squeegee. All right. So there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside and I want to show you guys. I don't know if I'm going to go, I may use the teal, but did y'all know that we have ink singles in other colors? So this is my personal stash of ink singles that I use for bundles, for people that want to try the product. But this is Meadow, which is our green. Let me see. I pretty much showed them to you. You've already seen the teal. Okay, so Meadow. We have Bumblebee. We have Cadet, white, black. We have the gold. What did I miss? Oh, we have coral and we have red. So you can purchase these singles on the website under the ink section. But did y'all know that? Did I just teach you something new today? Please tell me I did, because that was what I was really going for. So with that said, I actually am thinking about, hold on, let me come down here in the basement. I think I'm going to add black to mine. Okay, I'm going to use my jars. We're going to use this. We're going to use this. So comment June, y'all, whenever you get here. Hello, hello, hello. What do you not get, Zach? Yeah, I just got them done. Yep, ChalkCon. It's a coming, it's a coming. Okay, so here's the deal. You're going to want to grab an ink mat. You must have it. You just got to have one, okay? They come like this. Let me show you. I like to cut mine up. Let me find one that's the right size. This is the size that you're going to purchase. This is the only one available at the moment. But I like to cut mine up, depending on what I'm doing, to size, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the one that you're going to get. So let me put these over here. I'll pick those up in a minute. And we're going to lay this down. They always come with this protective cover. Okay, don't get rid of this. Let me skip back just a little bit. June is the word, is the word, is the word. You're always teaching us something new. Okay, you're the only one that said anything. Did y'all know that? Nobody responded. Did you all know that we had other colors in ink singles? Y'all know I love you. Just giving y'all a hard time. Okay. I am going to be smart about this, and I'm going to turn this the other way. So I'm going to lay this to where it's like the wrong side facing up. So let's do that. And I'm actually going to use my little mat here. Uh-oh, Kira's in the house, and Kira wants out of the room. Thanks, y'all. You're fine. Thank you. Hi, Angelina. All right, so I'm going to place this, I don't know, right there. Hey, Zach, your dog wants out. One of the best things I ever purchased was the ink mats. However, just recently I learned you could clean them. Yes, ma'am, Barbara, you can clean them. Yay. Okay, good. Thanks, Dawn, for the stars. Yes, Melissa, they do. We do have ink packets to purchase separately. So my point to that was in the supply list for today, I added black because I'm going to use black because my cabinets are black. We have like a gray, black, and white theme in our kitchen. All right, so I'm going to use this right here. This is the transfer. I've already cut it up. Thanks, Ruth. Anita, we have quite a few colors in ink in the jars. As far as the singles, I want to say there's like 4, 8, 9, 10-ish, 10 to 12. Sorry, Kira, nobody's listening to you. Nobody's listening to me. Okay, I want to do... We're going to use ones we haven't used. So I've used this top one right here on the back of this chair. Is this not the cutest little thing? So we created this chair. This is on Etsy. And I used that pattern on the back of the chair. Isn't that so cute? But I want to use 2 different ones. Okay, hold on. Here you go, Kira. Come on. There you go. Out you go. See? Nobody cares about her but me. All right. I'm going to use this one right here, and I'm going to simply just place this down right here. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit lower. Right there. Right there. Okay, and we're going to do this one in black. Thanks, Deb. Oh, goodness. I know, Anita. We have a lot. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to grab my ink that I have in my jar. This is Black Velvet. And we're going to just drag this over the silk screen with our squeegee. I'm using a mini squeegee. Okay, then grab some more. Ink is permanent once you heat set it, okay, because it's going to allow you to wash and dry your textile, whatever you're putting it on, okay? Thanks, Barbara. Yes, it does. It creates different levels. Yes, ma'am. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure that I don't get this anywhere other than where I want it on the silk screen. Okay. Hey, Deborah Bagwell, how are you? Thanks, Ruth. All right. Got quite a bit of ink over here on this transfer. Just want to make sure that it's covered. Picking up all of the excess, and I'm going to just put it right back here into the jar. Okay, now before I do anything else, I'm going to check my fingertips, and I'm going to lay it over here on my little mat to clean. Check your fingertips, because like I said, if you accidentally touch this and you have ink on your fingers, it's going to be hard to get off, okay? So I'm going to grab the corner here, and we're just going to peel this off. Now, I see a spot that I accidentally missed, so I'm going to just let that fall down. Grab a little bit of ink and just go back over that little area. All right, double check, double check, double check. Woohoo! We did it, okay? So I'm going to lay that there. Grab my little spray bottle. When using ink, I put painter's tape around the edges as to not to get them on the item. Hey, Barbara, I love that tip. Trust me, I'm a klutz too at times. Okay, so that is good. Checking my fingers again. So see what we've created? Isn't that cool? This is a really cool transfer. So I'm going to dry this because I'm going to go in with another pattern. I'm not going to dry it all the way, but I want to make sure somewhat dry. Thanks, Ruth. All right, so what is today? Today is Friday. If you're watching me live, you'll see the red box. But if you're watching the replay, just listen up. So you have 2 more days to get into the first Happy Meal drawing that we reveal on Monday to be our top 3 engagers of this week. That means posting on or commenting on our posts, sharing our stuff, hearting it, liking it, tagging friends, like all of the above. Okay, and as I've mentioned, when you wake up in the morning, first thing you should do before you have your coffee is grab your phone, go to A to Z Designs page, and make sure you're commenting on our stuff, okay? Before your coffee. But if you can't function without coffee, do it right after you have your first sip, okay? All right, so let's do this. Now, we're going to transition to another pattern. Let's do these little flower things. I know Janet, right? Hi, Sherry. How are you? Michelle. Yes. As I'm drinking my first cup in the morning, the coffee, yes. Okay, so we're going to put this pattern, like we're bumping it up right down here next to pattern number 1. So what I'm doing right here is I'm taking my finger and I'm basically pressing down around that silk screen so that I don't have any air bubbles, okay? And this time we're going to use the teal. Teal. No talkie before coffee. Absolutely. I love the different patterns too. This is a great transfer. Okay, so now I'm going to use Couture Teal. And we're going to cover this entire pattern with it. Just like so. Make sure that you get like the edges really good. That's where I forgot, or I didn't forget, I just missed it. On the last pattern, just make sure that you go over those edges really well. Okay. Grab some more. Hi, Linda. I'm going to be doing tea towels for the craft show. I love that, Peggy. Yes, and y'all can find some decent quality tea towels. Walmart, Amazon. There's a lot. Okay, so I think I got the edges. I think. All right, I'm just going to set that down. I'm going to check my fingers. Okay, I am going to turn on my heat press. We are going to use that today. And I'm going to lift this up. And I'm going to look at it to make sure that I got the edges and everything was covered with ink. Okay. So here is that with the second pattern. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay. I was thinking about doing one more black row. Okay. So what I'm going to do is lay this over here because I need to clean this so that we can use this transfer, that part of the transfer again. So I'm done with the teal. I'm going to put that in, or put the lid back on. Thanks, Marilee. Thank you so much. Then I'm going to grab a board eraser. Yay. Anita, yes. Lots of packages are going out the door. Lots and lots. Zach has been a cutting wizard. Non-stop. Okay, I'm going to flip these over and I'm going to do the other side. My board eraser is falling apart. Sometimes that happens, but it can still be used. Hi, Mom. All right, so we're doing this side. This is to clean it off, right? You're getting all of that ink out of the, whatchamacallit, screen. Okay. Somebody said you got your goodies from Monday sales. Excellent. Y'all, this is all I got to say. Zach had a genius idea last night at midnight. I am so excited for July. July mini sale Mondays. I mean, I'm excited for all of them, but we're switching it up in July, and it's going to be brilliant. Okay, we're done with this one. Well, it's not like a huge change, but Paula, just send me a message on what sale you're referring to. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's put this one down. Right up close and personal. Pressing down to make sure it's sealed. Okay, and then we're going to grab the ink, the black ink. Christmas, whoop, whoop. Maybe so. Yeah, save your money now, Deb. Yep. Save your money now. It's going to be 5 weeks of really cool stuff. All right, so here we are again. We're doing the same pattern we did in the beginning. Just to kind of, I don't know, complete the look. And you just want to be careful that your ink doesn't go on the side of your squeegee and then end up over the transfer. Okay? Because like I said, this is ink. It's going to be harder to get out. That's right. Open the savings account. Hi, Kathleen. Paula, just send us a message. All right, here we go. Okay, remember last time I didn't get the very bottom? So I'm going to check my fingers. I'm just going to leave the ink on the squeegee. Lift up, double check it. We're good. Okay, now lay this over here. I am going to slide all of the excess ink back into the jar. Throw that in my cup. And put this aside, okay? Or get a loan. That's true. That is very true. Hi, Lisa. You're going to love it. Okay, so this is what we have. Look at that. It's gorgeous. All right, let's dry it a little bit, and then we're going to heat set it. Hi, Sherry. Dry, dry, dry. Now, if you're at home, I recommend you just let it dry for a couple of hours. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and dry it. The ink mat is still underneath. This is our June Club kit. We got another package from you guys. Peggy. Then you just say, yeah, it's my therapy, right? It brings me joy. All right, so you want to touch it. If you're in a hurry, which I'm not in a hurry, but if you want to do it step 1 to 20 without letting it sit, dry it like I am. Don't use a really hot dryer because it will melt your ink mat underneath. But if you want to see if it's somewhat dry, just tap your finger on it, and if it's a little tacky or a little like sticky feeling, then keep drying it. But if it's not very tacky or sticky, then you should be good to go to heat set it. You are going to be busy, Anita. Zach, what is your mental health kit? How long do you think you should keep an iron on when you're heat setting? So I don't use an iron. However, you want to move your iron in a continuous motion. I would do it for about 2-ish minutes. Okay? Deb, you're going to have like, it's going to be like Christmas. Does anybody in the comments use an iron to heat set? Oh yeah. It is mental health. Absolutely. Okay, so now that that is pretty much dry, we're going to just peel it off. Okay? Now, this is the ink mat. I'm going to lay this over here to the side for a second. And do you see right here? This side obviously has something on it, but this right here is the ink. Okay, so I'm going to just spray it with some water. And I'm going to take a squeegee. Whoops. And I am just going to kind of like scrape that ink off. Kind of get it into a pile. Okay, grab a paper towel. Hi, Debbie. Oh, Annie said iron for 4 minutes. Okay. Well, I was wrong. I'm glad I asked. I mean, I think it's going to depend on the iron as well. Okay, so now, look, see, we just got all of that off. But I recommend that you do this almost right away. I think it's going to be a lot easier for y'all to get it off. Okay, and so now all of that teal and black is gone. And so now it's like back to its sticky old self. Very similar to how we clean our transfers. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that protector. This right here, there is a sticker on it. You want that sticker to be on the outside. And then you just put that on top. I put holes in mine with our Power Punch. And I just put it over here on my little peg wall. Works perfect. Okay. All right, next step. I'm going to lay my mat down, grab my tea towel, grab me some parchment paper. I recommend you use parchment paper and not your Teflon. Is it Teflon? The sheet you get with like your Cricuts. Because if your ink is still a little wet, I don't want you to ruin your heat press on the bottom. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. I have mine at 330. Maybe a little high, but I'm just going to move it around. 4 minutes on each side, but not sure what the heat set should be. Yeah, you can, but just make sure you're moving it. Hey, Kelly. I use a little Windex. Yes, you can absolutely use some Windex to clean your ink mats for sure. Craft iron works perfect. Yes. Absolutely. Hi, Vi. Yeah, absolutely, Debbie. You can use Windex. I will tell you one thing I do not recommend. Like long time ago when I first started this, I was using Windex and then I used the paste scraper to clean my ink mat. I wouldn't recommend that because there's like a sticky coating on your ink mat if you've noticed. And I was actually removing the stickiness from the mat. So I started using a squeegee and it works fine. Okay, so that side is done. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the exact same thing for the back side. Let's see. I do have it on 330, Anita. I would recommend about 300 degrees. I just didn't have time to reset it. Or I didn't reset it. I had time, but I just didn't. You're just going to have to be careful because if you have like canvas material, the higher your heat is, the more likely you are to burn the textile. So I recommend you do this so that it's not sitting in one spot. Therefore, it'll burn it up. Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn this off because we're done with that. I have been using the same piece of parchment paper for a while now because I did not get any ink on it. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry and the ink is not dry, when I peel this up, the ink will be on the parchment paper. Therefore, you can't use it again because you don't want to get it on your next project. So I just stick these two things over here in the corner so that when I do an inking project, I know where they're at. And it's all gravy, baby. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is so cute. Check it out. So let's fold it. This is about as long as it's going to last.
Debbie wants to know, is she crazy or was there a bigger size in that mat?
There was a bigger size, but it is no longer there on the website.
So you are not crazy.
Nope. If I said you were, I was wrong. So check it out. Oh, look how cool this is.
I can't wait to clean up Kool-Aid with that.
Hush. Look how pretty, y'all. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. Now, obviously, I folded it weird, but if you wanted to do it where you, like we have the bar on our stove or on our oven to hang, just do it this way. And then you just fold it in half, long ways. And now you can put your little bar, well, not there, right there. Look, I love this. Y'all, okay, I'm really starting to get into these patterns. It took me a little bit, but we can do, and then we can like, I have another idea that's coming. I gotta run it by Zach because he's gonna have to cut me something. But y'all, look at that. How cute is that? So Comic June, go become a member of our club. It's $21.99 plus tax-free shipping, but join Perks first. It's only $20 a month. You get $20 back and you get 30% off all the products, including your club subscription.
Perks is where it's at?
It is. So it's $17.19 plus tax-free shipping instead of $21.99. We do a lot of fun things for our club members in the VIP group. Join the free VIP group. It's also in that message whenever you comment June. Y'all, have a great rest of your day. I love it so much. Peace out.